Well, folks, welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Joe James.
Is there a lion behind me?
And a couple of tigers and bears.
Oh, my. Hey, welcome to Las Vegas. I'm Kenny Chandler. We'd like to invite everybody to come join us on Fridays from 1 to 2 on WCOBM. And guess what?
We're going to take you beyond the cloud
and into the stars.
Welcome back to Beyond the Cloud, folks. Thank you for being with us right here at the WCOBM Network, live in Las Vegas. Isn't that right, sir?
You just threw that out like it was nothing.
Hey.
WCOBM, hike!
You got to pay attention, man.
Well, I do my best.
All right, so let's answer Mickey's question. She had a question, a cloud question.
What was the cloud question?
What was the question?
How do you keep someone from getting ripped off like that? I mean, now I'm signed up. I didn't mention this to you. Now, at the end of all of this, it said apparently unless I cancel, I'm going to be billed $50 a month, which looked like it was free. I never said it was okay to bill me, and yet now I've got to go in there and somehow delete this.
Right.
Luckily, it's hooked to a prepaid card. I was that smart.
It's a really, truly a tricky situation because what it boils down to is just being educated on these types of things. It's very tough for the normal person to do that. So that's first thing I share is always stay with what you're familiar with. I shared that. You want to stay with what you're familiar with. When you start getting into looking at things where you shouldn't be, or maybe that don't look quite so clear or concise on what it is, and stay away from it and get more information before you do it.
That's
caveat emptor.
I'm telling you,
Hey.
it sounds very intelligent.
It does.
Hey,
So-
it's like they say.
So that's your tip for the day.
If it sounds too good to be true,
Then it usually is.
That's right. That's
Unless-
right. And you know about scams we were talking about when we took the break. But the area codes, you got to be careful. Area codes, because people will send you an email and they'll tell you about area codes, and if you call that area code, it's a ultra international call, and they will charge you your son or your daughter. I mean, I'm telling you, I read about one guy who he was on for I don't know how long. He didn't know, or I think it was a he or she, but they were on. They ended up owing $20,000 on this one phone call, and they had to pay.
Yeah.
Because the phone company, they want to collect. They don't
Sure.
care.
Right.
It was so
Can't be too careful. Wow.
you just got to be very careful with everything.
No, agreed. You really do need to be careful.
Rip off.
Is there a superhero? Do we have Mickey's thing up that you can do her thing that we have? That would be great.
You're asking Oz?
I'm asking Oz. That's it.
Great and powerful
Oz. Yeah, the Maryland.
Oh, the Maryland video. This is funny.
Yeah,
I don't even know what you're about to
We're
show.
gonna. You can see it. So let's take a look at this. This is Mickey in action as Marilyn Monroe.
The French are glad to die for love. They delight in fighting two worlds. But I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Tiffany's, Cartier. Talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. There may come a time when a life needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. He's your guy when stocks are high, but beware when they start to descend. It's them go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. If little pets get big baggage, time rolls on, and the youth is gone, and you can't straighten off when you bend. But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight at Tiffany. Diamonds, diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
That was terrific, wasn't it?
That was
now,
terrific.
one question I want to ask Mickey, we asked her when we were watching this, and I'm sure you guys will love this, because last time when Mickey was on, I wanted to ask her about her investment for the costumes for all her characters. Tell them what that dress cost.
That one was $1,500.
$1,500. Elizabeth, this is the big one.
But it's an exact replica.
Edith.
The difference in what you can do as an entertainer, that when you're doing this, if you have exact replica costumes, it's monumental. You know, my
course,
Lucy
right.
costume is an exact replica. Each one of my characters actually has something that's an exact match that one of them wore.
Right.
And that sets you in a whole different place. So when you're getting close, it's one thing, but when you really have something recreated, it takes you to a
All right, so
different
here's
level.
my question then. So what of Elvira do you have? That's 'cause she's my favorite. In fact, I'd like a private school.
You know, Elvira takes the longest
just
to
say
get
that?
ready. It's Elvira's the craziest transfer. She's the one where I walk by the mirror and I'm like,
Love her.
what? Wait, that's me. Okay. There are a few of those. You know, she's definitely one of them.
What did you invest in her costume?
Yeah, hers, I've got a very unique wardrobe for Elvira because she changed a lot being on so many shows. So you've got her signature, you know, cut down to here top, which is my least favorite, probably you guys' favorite. But she's worn
You're so
lingerie.
modest.
She wore she wore a Santa Claus outfit, a little teddy. I mean, Elvira has done so many different
Right.
things. As long as it's got that spooky goth look and it has the flare and you know that Morticia Addams kind of flared skirt,
Right.
you can. As long as it's in that context,
Right.
I've
You
had
can
some fun
flavor
with
it up a little
Elvira.
bit, yeah.
I have one exact replica, which is the traditional one everyone thinks of, and then I've just run away with the train on having fun reinventing her for the way I do her. I would say I'm mini Elvira. I'm about a foot shorter than Elvira, so I'm not claiming to be Elvira in any way. Mini me.
I wonder, mini Elvira.
Mini Elvira, yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, do you have any idea what age she is? She's been around forever.
And she's still performing. That's what's wonderful is to play a
Where does she
character
perform?
she does Not Scary Farm at Halloween. She hosts her seance and her full show. We should go.
Elvira?
Elvira. She went back to performing a year ago.
did.
She retired.
I
She
love her.
Did her
We
show
should
Finding
go.
the New Elvira, which I
Elvira.
wasn't doing her then.
Right.
And then she came out of retirement. So the new Elvira, I guess, is already retired.
So
Where does she live?
I think she's in California somewhere. She does that
California?
show. She does a lot of appearances for comic book conventions, a lot of
Right.
the Comic Cons.
Right.
She's an icon.
Yeah.
So she was just here.
Ironically, she doesn't appear as herself at the conventions to do signings. So recently, when she was here, I went to a dinner party as Elvira after they autographed. She did an autograph for this family, and they had me come because she wasn't in character that day. So I ended up being her at a dinner party. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, so who did they know the difference, or did they? Say,
Oh, absolutely! But they wanted Elvira, so they were disappointed that she didn't sign in character. She signed as Cassandra Peterson,
Oh, wow.
which, if you
That's kinda
love
interesting.
the icon of Elvira, it'd be me showing up to do a Maryland signing, but I came as myself that day. It's not quite
It's
the luster.
really tough.
And you pay a lot for an autograph
out of
sometimes.
it.
You might have spent
Right.
$300, stand in line for 3 hours. You kind of want to meet that vision of who you have.
Do you sign their name when you're performing? What do
And
you
normally,
sign?
if I do, if I sign Lucy, I've gotten her signature down, but I'll put Mickey as Lucy, or I can't just. I'm not going to give them something they might try to play off as a forgery.
Well, yeah, you know.
So
right.
how does that
You
play
wanna be
legally? How
honorable.
does that play legally?
I think as long as I'm owning to it, it's just like in advertising when they're promoting a show. If they say it's going to be the real Mariah Carey and an
Right.
impersonator shows up, everybody can get sued,
Right.
including the entertainer. So the
right.
entertainer really needs to make sure that
Make sure you're clear.
their billing's right,
Right.
because you could
I
end up
know.
going
yeah.
to jail for that or getting sued
Yeah.
for that. So
I love it.
yeah.
Awesome. You know, when we come back on our next two segments, will you stay with us and guest host for the rest of the show?
Oh, I would love to.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to have Jimmy J.
Jimmy J, ladies and
so
gentlemen.
Jimmy J.
WMEX,
The-
Boston,
I
Mass.
thought it was KMEX.
No,
It's WMEX.
K is the West Coast.
Oh, I'm a
W
Crambo
is East
head.
Coast.
I
See?
didn't know that. Wow.
Wow!
It's good we have you
Another
here.
bit of technology.
And tell us about Jimmy. What is
Well,
what's
we're going to
Jim-
come
oh,
back
we're
and
gonna
we're
find
going to do
out.
that. We're going to find
Boston,
out when we come back.
WMEX, Jimmy J, the king of the DJs.
Right when we come back.
Experience the difference beyond the cloud. Your desktop, your mobility, and your security, 24/7 support. Take your business beyond the cloud. Work less, worry less, effortless.